30 grams of protein.
Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein, 30 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar. Enter the $10,000 Powered by Protein Max Challenge.
I smoked and I have COPD. My children are really worried. My tip is send your kids a text. It may be the last time that you do.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Tomorrow on E.T.
On Cornelia Street.
A Taylor Swift exclusive.
Super rare.
Our tour of her townhouse available for rent.
T-Swizzle, she had some fun here.
Ooh, make sure to check that one out.
Happening now.
Do you have $700 to spare? Well, if you don't, then you might want to think twice about speeding or driving recklessly in a school zone. San Antonio police officers tell us now that school's back in session, we got to keep an eye out for school zones.
And we're looking at the hottest days so far this year, along with a shift in our pattern and the potential for some tropical moisture. I'll have an update in just a bit.
And paying vet bills out of pocket isn't exactly cheap. That's why some people opt for pet insurance. But does that save you money? Coming up, what you need to know before you invest in a policy and what you can do if you skip it altogether. The news at 5 starts right now. At the top right now, a Bexar County jury has sentenced a convicted murderer to 60 years in prison.
The same jury found Christopher Bustos guilty yesterday of murdering 36-year-old Gomisindo Jr. Gonzalez.
The Bexar County District Attorney's Office says that back in 2019, Bustos went to a South Side house where his ex-girlfriend was visiting Gonzalez, who was her friend. They say that Gonzalez hid the woman in his backyard. And when Bustos demanded to know where his wife was, Gonzalez asked, "Who is your wife?" Bustos then shot Gonzalez once in the chest. So it's going to be tough getting through Old Pearsall Road tonight. Here's a heads up. San Antonio police are closing a section of it right now after a man's body was found in a truck. A passerby made that discovery around 9:30 this morning in the 7,000 block of Old Pearsall. That's near Highway 16 on the far south side. Police say that the driver noticed the truck, thought somebody was stranded, so they pulled over, went up to the truck, and then just saw that the man was dead. Now, officers think that the victim was shot in his upper body. They also think he's a Hispanic man in his mid-40s. And as they investigate, they're asking anybody who knows something about what happened to call them.
San Antonio firefighters putting out an early morning fire with an elevated concern attached as flames set off live ammunition. Fortunately, no one hurt during this house fire. It broke out about 4 a.m. in the 1,000 block of Clydeville Road. That's close to East Nakoma Drive. Crews arrived to find flames already burning the side of the house. Firefighters believe the fire may have started in either the garage or utility room before spreading to the main area of the home. We're told this fire was intense.
It was a very stubborn, difficult for us to put out because of the different buildings. The garage where the 2 cars were, the metal roof collapsed on top of that.
Firefighters say 2 cars in the garage destroyed, the house significantly damaged. The man and woman living in the home escaped but had to be checked out by EMS for breathing in some smoke while they were in there. We're told both are expected to be okay. The cause of that fire is still under investigation. It is time for all of us to slow down, literally. Now that school's back in session, more drivers are picking up or dropping off students. So San Antonio police are reminding us to keep our eyes on the road.
Camelia Juarez visited one of the busiest campuses in the area, and she shows us how a mistake could cost you money, or more importantly, a life.
To look in front of you all the time, drive slow.
San Antonio police say Olmos Elementary has some of the worst traffic for pickup and drop off, and that's because it's landlocked in both directions, making it hard for kids to cross the street and for buses to get through.
Pretty backed up all the time. We have a lot of people that like to try to speed through here and avoid traffic situations. They'll block the crosswalks.
Captain Michael Starnes handles traffic for San Antonio police and has a message for drivers rushing through school zones.
Our officer writing you tickets is going to slow you down a whole lot more than you would have been if you just stayed at the speed limit.
Speeding fines start at $200 and go up every 10 miles over. Driving past a school bus stop sign while it's loading or unloading students is one of the highest fines at $700.
When the stop sign comes out, it'll also have flashing red lights on the bus. So multiple visual indicators to drivers of what's going on.
Starn says motorcycle officers are deployed during the school year looking for the school zone traffic violations.
Every morning, every afternoon, our motors are all deployed to school zones. That is their focus.
Joelle Zalaika with San Antonio Police suggests parents coordinate and carpool multiple children to reduce congestion, and suggests parents walk with their kids or have their kids walk in groups.
A child being hurt, injured by a motorist that's speeding or not paying attention, those are all things that can be avoided, and we all need to do our part.
Camelia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
Yeah, maybe we all need a refresher course. Those flashing crosswalk lights have been off all summer. So if you see a crosswalk sign or a stop sign not flashing like it's supposed to, please call 311. Public Works will supposedly get right on top of that.
The Fair Oaks Ranch police chief is on paid administrative leave as investigators look into whether he intimidated officers while on the job and gave prescription drugs to officers while he was off duty. That's according to a 14-page complaint that KSAT obtained. In that complaint, an officer accuses Chief Tim Mooring of using intimidation and bullying to conceal years of bad behavior from city administration. Among those accusations, a detailed narrative where Mooring allegedly provided prescription Adderall pills to a city animal control officer and a police officer during the November 2019 off-duty retirement party for the department's former chief. Now, KSAT could not find a record that Mooring has been criminally charged in connection with the officer's complaint, but you could read more about this story right now on KSAT.com.
Happening today, the city of San Antonio hosting 2 more city budget town hall events. The city asking for your opinion on the proposed 2024 city budget that was presented to the city council last week. It's a chance for you to ask questions or comment on the budget plan and get an overview of some of the things included in the city's 2024 proposed budget. The 2 town halls are happening at the same time, 6:30 tonight. One will be at San Antonio College in Chandler Gym. The other is at Phil Hardberger Park Urban Ecology Center. Then tomorrow, a town hall is set for 6:30 at the Doris Griffin Senior Center. The town halls will continue through the end of the month all over our area. You can see a full list on KSAT.com. Just scan the QR code on your screen to go to the story. Also has an overview of some of the things included in the city budget.
So now we're talking about the situation in Maui. Obviously, the death toll keeps on rising there. We know that there are many officials there, also from the federal officials there, to investigate what happened.
Yeah, it's not only those that have been killed. There's also a huge amount of people that are unaccounted for, possibly thousands. All that in the latest from Maui.
The painstaking task of searching for remains continues in the hardest hit area on the island of Maui, the historic town of Lahaina, once the capital of the Hawaiian Kingdom, now decimated. FEMA giving ABC News crews access to the devastated area. Our Whit Johnson sharing this emotional reaction.
And it's one thing to see the pictures, but to see it in person, it just hits you in a different way.
Images of what once was reduced to rubble or still smoldering.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the families?
We're here to put those families at ease, and we're going to do our very best to find your loved ones.
FEMA's chief administrator outlining the agency's response in Maui, saying they've deployed over 700 personnel to the island and provided over $2.3 million in assistance.
This is more than just the visual impact of what we're seeing on television, more than the visual impact of the burn landscape. It's the level of devastation from this fire and the feeling of loss from such a culturally rich community.
Additional search teams are heading to Maui, including an 80-member search and rescue task force from Maryland, deployed Wednesday morning, as the process to identify those who perished is underway, as well as the search for the unaccounted. The Maui Humane Society says about 3,000 pets are unaccounted for, and veterinary teams are treating at least 50 with burn injuries.
We have also seen severe burns, cats that look, I don't think that their owner may even know that it is their cat because they look so burnt.
Federal mobile morgue teams are also on the ground here in Maui. They're working to help identify those loved ones lost. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Maui.
Now, across America tonight, people living in one Minnesota community are going to go to sleep without a police department. This morning, the entire police force in Goodhue resigned. The bulk of the police department in the small town south of Minneapolis walked off the job. Their complaint? Pay. Goodhue's police chief resigned last week. He had reportedly been requesting higher pay for his officers and better recruitment efforts. Many of the officers on force were part-time. Critics say that what happened in Minnesota is really emblematic of police shortages across the country. Now, for now, Goodhue's mayor says that the former police chief and another full-time officer are going to stay on until the 24th. And then after that, the Goodhue County Sheriff's Office is going to take over.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is said to be streamlining Republican efforts to prevent a possible government shutdown. He told fellow party members in a recent call that they may need to extend funding for a few months to keep the government running. Today, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he met with McCarthy and agreed to pursue a stopgap bill. Lawmakers return from a month-long recess in September with weeks to spare before another possible government shutdown.
Meantime, agriculture officials in Georgia sounding the alarm about that. A beekeeper in the state saw the invasive yellow-legged hornet earlier this month. It's the first time the species has been seen in the U.S. State and federal agriculture officials worked with the University of Georgia to identify it. Now, here's the thing. Its nests can house up to 6,000 worker bees. The Georgia Department of Agriculture says that the yellow-legged hornet can threaten honey production, native pollinators, and also other crops in the state.
Check out traffic right now. We're going to go to I-35 at the I-37 interchange, and you can see traffic is very heavy, especially in what I think is the southbound lanes of I-35, but also people getting on 37. Just something to be aware of. The good thing is no major traffic accidents to tell you about at this hour.
Always good.
Well, we did it today. Broke a record high temperature. 104 the high temperature so far. There is the chance that that could rise another degree by 6 o'clock. So we'll have the official and complete update on the news at 6. But the previous record, 103, set back in 1969, our average high, 97. Temperatures in the low 100s. Del Rio, Floresville, 106. These are the backyard readings from our weather watchers. Mike O'Dean's backyard, 106. Seguin, 104. New Braunfels 104. You get the idea. We're still feeling this heat out there. We also have a few showers on the radar screen, and we're going to take a closer look at that in just a bit, along with better rain chances with the pattern shift. There's at least a glimmer of hope for some tropical moisture in the extended forecast. We'll explain it coming up.
Moisture. Been a while. Still ahead on KSAT News at 5. Medical bills can drain your finances very fast. That's why many of us take out health insurance to make sure everyone in the family's covered. But what about your pets? Their medical bills could also be draining. But is buying pet insurance worth it? The pros and cons after the break.
I'm Myra Arthur here in the KSAT newsroom, and here's what we're working on for the news at 6 o'clock. A man accused of killing a 19-year-old woman with her 2 kids inside the home was given a plea deal. Coming up, why the victim's loved ones are not happy about that and what the district attorney's office has to say. Plus,
I love you, pueblo mío. I love you, pueblo mío. I love you.
but now leaders of the city that Neftali de Leon loves have taken away his title as the city's newest poet laureate for using a racial slur in one of his poems. Jesse DeGollado has reaction coming up at 6. And
people always wonder why we have 2 Wurzbach roads. Well, it's a great story.
Wurzbach is just one name you see over and over again in San Antonio. And behind every San Antonio namesake, there is a story. That's what we're sharing in today's KSAT Explains, the stories behind San Antonio namesakes. We hope you'll join us for that and more today on the news at 6.
When a name is more than a name. Thank you, Myra.
Looking forward to that. Yeah.
Okay, pet parents. If you've been to the veterinarian lately, you know it is not cheap. And you may have asked yourself, should I get pet insurance?
So this is the thing. The answer isn't always easy. So 12 on your sides, Marilyn Moritz has information now to help you.
Brian Vines is a proud pet dad to Logo and Phoebe, who recently got hurt.
She had a little spot
on her hind leg. And we're like, what has happened?
Her treatment completely out of pocket. Vines doesn't have pet insurance.
Pet insurance was always one of those things in the back of our minds, like, oh, we ought to do that.
But is pet insurance something you should consider? Vines and Consumer Reports evaluated and rated 8 pet insurance providers based on a survey of members. They looked at premiums, what's covered, the claims process, and whether people had a choice in which vets to see.
We found that most people just aren't that satisfied with their pet insurance.
6 of the providers got a mid-range score for overall satisfaction. 2 bottomed out with unfavorable ratings. If you're considering pet insurance, here are some things to know. Pre-existing conditions typically are not covered. There are usually annual caps. If you hit the limit, you pay out of pocket. And you may be responsible for paying the vet directly and then getting reimbursed from insurance. So is pet insurance worth it?
If you're looking for a return on investment, maybe not so much. But if you value peace of mind, pet insurance may be something that you want to pursue.
Another option is telehealth. That's what Vines used.
Got instruction on how to clean the wound and a prescription for antibiotics that was delivered right to our door.
And Phoebe healed perfectly. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
All right, all of that's good to know, but that's why you shouldn't give pets as gifts, because it's a huge responsibility.
It is, unless you know somebody wants.
Yeah. Then that's a little different. Okay, now let's switch gears. 103 degrees. Listen, same old story, same thing that we've been talking about for the last few weeks, Adam, but there's a but.
That's just it. A big old butt on this one.
Oh, my gosh. All right, you guys are really going down this road, aren't you? Okay.
It is.
Yeah, go ahead.
It is, because...
Do your thing.
It's a good one, though.
It's a great one. There's a shift in our weather pattern. Let's just go with that,
I would just like to point out, I was not part of any part of this.
For once.
You guys did it yourselves.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's get right to our rain chances, because guess what? They come back into the picture and into the forecast as we get into next week with the potential tropical moisture headed our way. Now, we still have that broken frontal boundary across our area, especially Dimmitt, LaSalle, McMullen counties, and that's where we have some ongoing downpours. See, when the heat high isn't directly overhead, it opens the door for the potential of this kind of activity. And this is what we're seeing. Dimmitt, LaSalle, McMullen, B County, Live Oak, and especially closer to Corpus Christi. Some heavy pockets of rain, some downpours just moved through Carrizo Springs and surrounding areas and ranchland, and then also further to the northwest, similar to where we had it yesterday, Edwards and Valverde counties. This isn't going to hit San Antonio, and this activity should come to an end after sunset. Here's the big picture. We have to talk about the pattern and how it's going to be changing. There's the upper level high, the big blue H, over the Four Corners, Desert Southwest. It moves northward, far north of us by next week. This isn't going to happen immediately, and that opens the door for a disturbance to get steered our way from the Gulf of Mexico. And it looks like one will be developing over the weekend near Cuba. And then with the door open and the steering flow pushing our way, this disturbance is likely to make it somewhere along the Texas or Louisiana coast by next Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. Not necessarily as a hurricane or anything, but just as some tropical moisture and some energy, some rain-making energy. At this point, anything can happen. Basically, we could go from a 0% chance to a 60% chance of rain. That's the possibilities right now. As for the potential updates in terms of the potential development here, there's some possibilities way out in the Atlantic. But what we're watching for the long term is as that wave moves through the Gulf of Mexico, it's going to be going over some very warm water. That's almost like jet fuel if a storm can develop. So there's a 20% chance that it could develop into a tropical depression next week. We want it to stay unorganized because then our rain chances go up. But right now the odds are anywhere from Brownsville area all the way to New Orleans where we could see the best moisture. So we just check back in for updates. It's way too early to give one solution. 18th consecutive 100-degree day today. Right now we're at 103, but a dew point of 57, so not humid. 102 Bandera, Hondo 103, Converse 104, 104 Carrizo Springs and Crystal City. This evening, 92 by 10 o'clock. Midnight, we're at 86. That 10% chance of a shower far south of town through sunset. We start the day tomorrow at 78, by noon 97. 107 the high tomorrow. Should that verify, it'll be the hottest day we've had so far this year, and a record-breaking day by 3 degrees. Even Rio Medina 105 along with Canyon Lake, Converse 106 in Floresville 107 tomorrow. Triple-digit trend continues, but notice as that pattern shifts, it actually favors high 90s, upper 90s by next week.
Okay, and that seems like a big relief. Although I am tired of talking about record heat. All right.
Yeah, let's talk about sports.
Yeah.
Cowboys wrapping up in Cali.
Yeah, they've been out there a little over 3 weeks now, so they're getting ready to wrap up training camp in Oxnard, California. Mike McCarthy gives us thoughts. Plus, our big game coverage takes us out to the Holmes High School. We're going to check in with the Huskies coming up.
Thank you very much.
Here you go, Brad. You want to come up and get this? Or?
Oh, that's for you.
Okay. No, that's good.
Coach McCarthy gave birthday guy and voice of the Dallas Cowboys, Brad Sham, a cupcake before starting his press conference. Plus, Coach really didn't want it himself in big board sports.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
Training camp in Oxnard, California is winding down for the Dallas Cowboys. Today they held their final padded practice in the 805. Now a big chunk of the team arrived on Monday, July 24th with report day set for the 25th. And since then they've trained in pads, held walkthroughs, dealt with a holdout in Zach Martin while dealing with their fair share of injuries. Today, the non-cupcake eating head coach Mike McCarthy was asked to sum up training camp to this point.
At the end of the day, it's about training the team, and I think the training's gone well. I think just like anything, the video has been exceptional, and just for teaching purposes. So I think we definitely hit the mark as far as particularly the fundamentals and technique work. We're not quite done yet. So, but I think this has been a good camp.
The Cowboys will shut down training camp in Oxnard tomorrow with their final practice. The Holmes Huskies are looking to rise up this season as we continue our big game coverage previews. The Huskies didn't win a game last season, going 0 for 10 overall and 0 for 8 in District 29 6A. A brutal district, though, with the likes of Brennan and Harlan, just to name 2 of the 9 teams. The Huskies have 12 returners coming back, 8 on offense, 4 on defense. Head coach Pete Padilla is entering his 2nd season with the Huskies. That and more experience are just 2 reasons why the Huskies feel they can make some noise.
It was very important. We learned a lot of things. We learned what to do, how to do it. Not a lot of experience last year, but this year we got a lot of experience.
So we have a new coaching staff. We're working hard, right? We're a bit of an underdog since we did go 0-10 last year, but we have a lot of heart this year. We're working hard, and we're looking for a great season.
It's the best time of the year. I tell my kids my best hours of the day are being with them and being around our coaches and our players. Just a little frenzy and excitement about our team this year.
Holmes will kick off their new season Friday, August 25th, 7 p.m. against Laredo Alexander at the Gus.
Good time.
2 weeks away from the regular season tomorrow.
I'm ready.
Yep, let's do it.
We're all ready.
I know
Thank you.
you're ready.
Or a week away, I should say.
Yeah.
A week away.
And we'll be right back after this. Thank you so much. Last half hour. Thank you for watching the news at 5.
World News up next. See you back here at 6.